to appear to be. There are a lot of issues at hand, and if I wanted to abandon them, I have the right to, because the injured quarterback clause in the bylaws. Baker has the separated shoulder.
He's playing.
And we know, yes, but we know Baker's history of being so tough he will play through injury, but we saw him a few years ago try to play through an injury, and he played so poorly, some people thought he wasn't as good as Kyle Trask. And so they are in a bad spot, and Baker's playing terrible football. And I will say one other thing quickly before I go to you. If the Panthers beat the Saints this weekend, then the Panthers can clinch the division next week.
Let's go. Oh, yeah.
By beating Tampa Bay.
But Tampa still controls its destiny.
But if the Bucs, if Carolina beats New Orleans, then Tampa must sweep Carolina in order to win the division. So if Carolina beats New Orleans, go ahead.
Well, first of all, God bless Todd Bowles. Despite his salty language, he is absolutely right. I got no issue with it. I caught heat on this show for several weeks, maybe even months, of calling the Tampa Bay Buccaneers cute.
Yeah.
Right? Not a legitimate Super Bowl contender. They'll win their division. They're cute. Mm-hmm. Well, I got news for you. They're no longer even cute. No. They are frightful. They're hard on the eyes, Nick. The only reason I will not call them ghastly is because they do still have hope. Similar to my Ravens, right? Like the division, thank God for the NFC South, just like the AFC North. And they have a shot just because, and Carolina's not unbeatable. They haven't had a very nice year. Mm-hmm. Very nice year. But, Nick, I think I heard a rumor Atlanta was thinking about giving Kirk Cousins another $100 million contract after last night. They made it look like 2023. And Kyle Pitts,
he's finally back.
Tony Gonzalez was drooling over him last night because that was not only a career-high receptions, career-high yards, career-high touchdowns. Yeah. He hadn't done that since University of Florida, when we all thought, he's going to be the next great tight end.
Just in time, too. 4 games left until he hits free agency, reminding everybody.
Hey, I'm capable.
Yeah. Future Chief, Kyle Pitts.
Oh, that wouldn't be bad, actually. Good. But, yeah, look, Nick, they're going to be one and done if they make the playoffs. At this point, I would lean toward Carolina because I do think they've actually played good football.
Talk about people catching heat. Everybody wants to get on my corner. Carolina to the playoffs.
Did he?
He did.
You actually
That's
put them
a real
in the playoffs?
One. Yes. Not like the Titans where he had a little tiny.
I believe in
logo.
Bryce. Okay. I like Bryce.
But I think you had both
give
of them.
Bryce the new contract.
He had Tampa
and Tampa.
Yeah, he had both. But blowing a 14-point lead is one thing. It's awful.
Yeah.
Having Kirk Cousins and the Falcons in 3rd and 28 and then 4th and 14 is unforgivable. To not get, to give it up. Giving up a 4th.
On that game-winning drive.
Giving up a 4th and 14 on a game-winning drive can't happen. It just can't happen.
When you are playing for something
a lot
real,
and coming off a bad
they're
loss.
Not.
Correct.
They had nothing to play for but pride.
Yes.
And good credit to the Falcons for showing up.
Yeah. Baker in his last 8 games is bottom 3 in completion percentage, passing yards per game, and passer rating.
He is in his last 5. So that's a great one. The last 8. Yeah, 77 rating. I had this written down. I didn't know you were going to have a graphic for it. I mean, they've lost 5 out of 6, but they've also lost 6 out of 8. And in those 8 games, Baker has played the worst football of his Bucs career.
Yeah. I'm not going to crush Baker. I mean, he hasn't been good.
That pick in the 4th was bad with the lead.
No, he's been bad. I'm not, absolving him. I'm just saying I'm not going to be like, it was a flash in the pan.
No, it's a slump.
He's in a slump.
Yeah.
I'd feel good with him next year if I'm Tampa.
All right,
I've noticed a significant number of attempts to justify Baker Mayfield's recent performance by attributing it to an injury. The narrative suggests things have only declined since he got hurt. However, that claim is factually inaccurate. Let's examine the timeline. Even before the injury occurred during the Rams game, Baker's performance was subpar. He was struggling. So, to attribute all subsequent issues solely to the injury is an incomplete assessment. Furthermore, consider these pre-injury performances. A game against the Buffalo Bills where he completed 16 of 28 passes for 173 yards, with 1 touchdown, 1 interception, and a 72.5 passer rating. An outing against the Saints, 15 for 24, 152 yards, 0 touchdowns, 0 interceptions, and an 80.6 passer rating. The game that arguably began this downward trend, 28 completions on a staggering 50 attempts for only 228 yards, a mere 4.6 yards per attempt, 1 touchdown, 1 interception, an abysmal 18.1 QBR, and a 66.1 passer rating. This game featured a multitude of inaccurate throws. Therefore, using the injury as a blanket excuse is, frankly, disingenuous. The critical interception he threw had no relation to being injured. His tendency to hold the ball too long, attempt to extend plays beyond his physical capabilities, and believe he can out-athlete defenders are ingrained tendencies in his playing style, not byproducts of a recent ailment. The core issue is that Baker Mayfield consistently puts the football in jeopardy. This has been a hallmark of his career. Prior to his injury, he was tied for second in the league with 17 turnover-worthy plays. The only reason he hadn't suffered more severe consequences was sheer luck. He had only 3 interceptions at that point. A remarkable 4.1% of his passes were deemed turnover-worthy, placing him in the top 4, alongside quarterbacks like Daniel Jones, Tua Tagovailoa, and Spencer Rattler, based on pre-injury data. Eventually, that luck runs out, and we are witnessing that regression. People often dismiss analysis of turnover-worthy plays or should-have-been interceptions, but this is fundamental film study. This is why analysts like Kurt Warner break down tape, highlighting throws that defenders dropped. Any quarterback's career film sessions include reviewing those dangerous passes where they got fortunate. The coach points out, "You were lucky that wasn't picked. Do that again, and 9 times out of 10, it will be. We must correct this." It's a standard part of player development. Baker's problem is a persistent failure to correct this flaw, stemming from an overestimation of his own abilities. Compare his decision-making to other quarterbacks. While volume arguments are made for some, the metric of turnover-worthy play percentage neutralizes that. Jalen Hurts has a rate of 1.2%, Josh Allen 1.6%, Justin Herbert 1.7%, Jared Goff 2.0%, Matthew Stafford 2.1%. Baker's percentage is roughly quadruple that of the most efficient quarterbacks. This is a significant telling statistic. The pattern is clear. Early in the season, he was placing the ball in harm's way, but avoiding punishment. Now he is not. His touchdown-to-turnover ratio was an impressive 12-1. It has now plummeted to 11-8. That's how variance and regression operate. During the first 6 games, he was top 3 in turnover-worthy plays, alongside Geno Smith, who was turning the ball over at a prolific rate, 10 interceptions. They had similar risk profiles. Smith paid the price nearly every time, while Baker did not. That was luck for Baker and misfortune for Smith. The data is unambiguous. We can cease with the narrative that everything was perfect until the injury. The reality is simpler. His risky play has finally caught up to him with devastating effects. Turning the ball over is catastrophic, and he is now averaging a giveaway per game over the last 8 contests. That is an exceedingly difficult formula for sustained winning. This situation highlights the perils of premature hype. Many were clamoring for a Baker Mayfield MVP campaign, and prominent analysts had the Buccaneers as a Super Bowl pick. It's a stark reminder that projections can unravel quickly in the NFL. Sometimes it's just one of those seasons where early optimism meets the hard reality of consistent performance. Those are my observations. I'm eager to hear your perspective. What's your assessment of Baker Mayfield and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers' current struggles? Do you place the blame on injuries, on Baker's decision-making, on coaching, or elsewhere? Share your thoughts in the comments below. I read every single comment, whether you agree or disagree. Let's foster some discussion and debate, but most importantly, let's enjoy the dialogue. Please consider subscribing to join our growing community. We're building a connected space for passionate football fans. Also, a thumbs up on the video genuinely helps with visibility. Thank you, and I'll see you next time.